Hey, hey, hey. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Angels Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jeannie Street, right here on KBGB Radio. I am really pumped up. There goes my throat. For a great show tonight. And I have my dear friend sitting next to me, joining me in studio, Denise.
Woo! So excited.
So you can check out Denise and I. We did a quick Facebook Live. If you're in the Angels Don't Lie group on Facebook, you can come meet her in person. And so KJ's over here in the studio. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. That's all we're going to do all night long. Woo, woo. No, seriously. So let me give you the number if you want to call in tonight, if you have a question for Spirit, if you have a connection that you want to make, or maybe if you just have a question for me. The number is 646-891-5252. So there we go. That's the number to call, and this is the place to be. So we have a great topic for you tonight. We're going to talk about teen suicide. We're going to talk about, it's a big subject, right? Yeah. We're going to talk about purpose and how all that ties in together. I have my nutritional tip for you as well, and some personal antidotes that I'll share with you. But let me first get a little details from my dear friend Denise, who is a philanthropist, a jewelry designer, and an overall really cool freaking person.
Thank you, Jeannie.
You're going to want to know her.
That's quite an introduction to go with. I love doing everything I do with purpose. So that's how I live my life. That's the way I believe that my jewelry designs and everything I do is a gift from God. Everything streams through Him, comes out of my hands onto a bead, onto a color, and into a design, and streams right out of me from Him. So anytime I want to do something to make a big difference, then I just ask and I receive. So it's pretty simple. And my jewelry designs, my purpose line, I have a purpose line, a unity line. The purpose line basically is all about our inner purpose. And it started down in Flemington, New Jersey. It was a women's center that my girlfriend, she owns. We'll talk a little bit more about her later. But she's changing women's lives and helping them to be their personal best by not just exercise, but mindfulness, nutrition. And she tied my jewelry into her studio, and we created the purpose ring. And that's my logo. And now my logo actually means purpose, which is a D and a C, and it represents purpose. So your personal purpose and how you see whatever it is your greater purpose is supposed to be. So, and then with the second line we did was unity, and that's all about the community and women, the power of the women together, and how powerful we are together when we work together.
We really are. Mean girls suck. And women who are willing to let their fear go and to stand up next to another woman and let her shine and not feel threatened by that, there's nothing more beautiful, right?
No, that's the most beautiful thing.
Yeah,
I agree.
And I know KJ, like you do this with your business, the same thing.
Absolutely.
Because it's really important to.
It's empowering.
It is.
It is.
And
to help other women.
Absolutely.
And we just all wrote down. I have these really pretty little bird sticky notes. They're little bluebird sticky notes, and I'll share a picture later on Facebook for you guys in the Angels Don't Lie group. So we all wrote a positive affirmation down on these, pretty sticky notes as a reminder. Like, and it's a group effort. We're all like standing together. We all want each other to shine and to be our best tonight. And so I think that's purpose. That's important.
Absolutely.
And if I don't hold that sacred space for you, how do I expect my business to be able to stand and be purposeful too? Like, we have to be willing to be vulnerable and to be beautiful and to hug our friends and to cry with our friends and to hear their stories.
In the good and the bad.
Exactly.
We lift each other up and hold each other. So
not push each other down. Don't pull my hair.
No, sir.
I don't have any time for you. I don't have time for you if you're going to pull my hair.
No pinching.
No. No. Actually, I just asked you if you wanted a little back rub when you were sitting here. Because my friend Denise just had knee surgery, so she is recovering, but she came to my house with a meal for me. Say what?
Say what?
Say what? She's recovering, but she brought me a meal because that's just how crazy she is.
I'm doing really great.
You are doing great.
Mm-hmm.
And that just goes to show you how great she is. Ah, yeah. Woo. Can you believe that's only 6 minutes we did?
Wow.
Isn't it?
Time's flying.
It's like crazy, right?
I have a lot to say.
You have a lot to say, right? I know. I'm always like, wow. Okay.
True.
I'm eating chocolate. It's so good.
Oh.
So for Easter, my husband buys a box for the family. And he also buys extended family their own little box, but a giant box of Bridgewater chocolate for everybody to share.
Oh.
And if you don't know Bridgewater chocolate, it is local for us because Bridgewater is in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not local for you, you can go online and actually order it. And so the man that makes it, it's
incredible.
I believe it's two partners, right?
Yes.
But one of them I know, Eric. Where is Eric from? Do you remember? He's European. Anyways, he's incredibly talented. Great chocolate maker, and this place is amazing. Like, I love going in their factory because it just, the chocolate, like,
The smell.
it just smells, it goes into you. You're like, oh. And what woman doesn't really like chocolate, right?
It's like walking into Hershey.
Oh.
Like, remember when you used to
smell it in the air. Yeah.
It's just everywhere.
That's right.
Like chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, euphoric.
Euphoric. And I don't do a lot of sugar, so, but I will do the Bridgewater chocolate every now and again, my little treat.
It's a treat.
Yeah.
My little
It
treat.
is a treat. No,
Yeah.
It's good.
I had 3 treats.
So I'm going to tell everybody about my healing tea tonight because it's going to go into my nutritional tip, but I'll just kind of like wean into it. I won't get the whole thing, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right.
Half.
My boss is here. She's looking at me. She's,
One little thing in it.
One little thing.
What kind of tea is in it?
what kind of tea is this? It is a superfied antioxidant tea. And so it's actually really pretty. It's pink.
It's beautiful
gorgeous.
color.
It's
I got to tell you, we got to take a
magenta.
picture and put it on.
Yeah, right?
It is.
Put it on the
It's really
FB.
beautiful. It's
It's
magenta.
the color of my hair sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you all the ingredients, and you're going to want to make it because it's a feel-good, lifts you up, healing,
I feel good.
blessed tea. You know, I did a little prayer over it for my girls, and I'm serving them a little love tonight.
I feel good about that.
So let's do it again.
Tell people to call. One more time, the number to call.
Okay, I will, boss. 646-891-5252. If you have a question, you have a concern, you have a complaint. No, don't call me if you have a complaint.
No
If-
complaint.
No complaint. The complaint department is closed tonight.
All right. This is the positive line.
I gotta take these out. I have such a hard time with my hearing aids and the headset
Headset at the same
because
time.
it's all this pressure pushing in.
It's a lot.
There's a lot going on.
So I just took my aids out. I took my aids out, so where to put them so they don't get hurt. So Denise, I'm going to move closer. Hi everybody, I'm moving closer to the mic. Now I'm going to move further away.
It's like, wow, she's moving in my ear.
Psychedelic. So we were going to talk about teen suicide. It's not a lot of fun to talk about. It's not
Yeah, but you have to talk about it,
So,
get the awareness out there.
let's talk about it. Tell me why you're so passionate about it in the first place.
Well, we had, I have several friends, very, very close to me, and we are, one of the daughters a couple years ago was suicidal at 16, and it was like, what? How is this even happening? How can this even be in our circle? Well, then the other daughter, her sister ended up suicidal. That was more of a medication issue. The other one was more of a depression issue. And my own daughter's had some issues with it. So it's been very close to my heart. I've had, it's almost like you start, as a mom, you take it kind of personal because you think you failed in some way.
Mm-hmm.
and then there was a girl in New Jersey. She was in Flemington. She actually hung herself, and that was it. Because we all looked at each other. We said that could be our kid, and it's not. The social media today is so brutal, and the way that they can't escape. So when we were kids, we would get a little bit of that at school. Everybody got a little bit of abuse or bullying, if you will. But now they go home and it doesn't stop.
Right.
And then I'm watching several other children too that I know the parents, and they're having a hard time. And a lot of it is driven by the social media. And so my girlfriend and I, we said we're going to put our foot down and do something serious. I've designed several bracelets for several different causes. I think I'm up to like 15 at this point.
Yeah.
And they come to me when I get really passionate about something. I start designing, sleeping on it. I do a lot of design in my sleep, which is so awesome. But I'll wake up and say, oh my gosh, I've got to do this, make a difference. So she came to me and she said, let's do this and do it really big. Mm-hmm. So we joined alliances with a great foundation down in New Jersey, but the programs can come up to Connecticut. They can go into the school, into the sporting community, so that everybody's touched by it. And they're actually starting as early as elementary now.
Wow.
So they were starting, it's like high school thing. Now it's definitely in the middle schools, and it's going down further into the elementary school because of the bullying, because of the social media. Some kids have phones very, very young.
Right.
And there is no limits. Even though you try and put limits on things as a parent, you have parental controls and stuff, it's still. And if you're a kid who's insecure in any way or is a little bit different than the rest of them, maybe isn't into sports, they get picked on. And if they're not strong, if they have any emotional difficulties at all, they fall.
Right.
So it's really important.
And so I thought I could talk a little bit about energy tonight because, people that are empaths are highly sensitive souls, people that have this connection to energy, like your daughter, those tones can actually, they speak to you, because that's how energy is. Actually, they're like, if we can imagine those Twizzlers, the peel and eat Twizzlers?
Oh, yeah.
The threads. So it's an energy thread that goes to a person or to a computer or to, energy threads are to everything. And this is how we receive the connection. So that tone, that suicide tone, can actually speak to you when you're not clear on who you are, when you're unstable, when you're overly emotional.
Right.
So that child that's overly emotional, overly sensitive, crying, or that child that is maybe the bully, who is shut down and is just, trying to hide who they are by being mean or being outwardly aggressive. A lot of times that is that person, that is that kid. And so you have to be really careful, and you have to start to break down those walls and letting them know about how to be in their own body, how to be comfortable with their body, how to understand the thing that they're going through,
right?
And to kind of disconnect from the things that are unhealthy. So too much time on the computer, too much time on TV are, not healthy things for kids that are high energy kids,
right?
Highly sensitive kids. But that doesn't stop you're in school, right? We didn't have this, growing up, computers the way we do now,
right?
And, I had that where suicide spoke to me, and I actually really thought about it. But I had fear that my mom, if it didn't work, I would be in so much trouble. So I had more fear of my mom.
Oh, yeah. We had fear of God. If you had the greatest sin, and
of course, yeah.
It's and so you just dismissed it. You learned in church when you were growing up, if you do that, that's it.
Right.
And now it's almost like saying you're depressed, or it's more of a common word, which is
sad.
Scary. It's sad.
Because we move away from God, too. So
right.
we move away from, actually not just God, we move away from religion because so many people have problems with religion, right? Well, I can't go to church. I was Catholic, or I was this, and so they break away, and I haven't found a church, so yeah, I'm spiritual. But really, we disassociate, that connection. We shut it off. So there's not a constant flow. There's not any love coming into
right.
our lives,
right?
And so how do we teach our children when we don't even have that flow in our lives ourselves?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
we have to open up that channel. And like, I love how you said how you get your visions and your dreams. Like, you'll do a lot of that, because when we're dreaming is when we're really open to spirit, and spirit can talk to us. Especially when we're letting our guard down and having that, like, giving permission.
Right.
When we give permission, it's even bigger.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even affect, so suicide is also affecting, I see, also very successful people.
Yes.
The pressures as a kid growing up in today's society, because everything is so competitive.
Right.
Just be your best. Be your best and love yourself is such a simple thing to say, but a hard thing to accomplish.
It's true. Well, because we don't love ourselves. We don't really respect ourselves.
Right.
And we want to get respect. We want to be respected. We want other people to love us. But really what we teach them ultimately is what we think about ourselves. So we're not taking care of this inner self if we're not hugging ourselves and writing these positive affirmations and saying, doggone it, I'm good enough. Like, it is.
That's right.
It's not funny. It's really important just to look in the mirror and say, you know, I look beautiful today, instead of, God, I look so old, or
tired.
Look at these wrinkles, or am I gonna, you know, what am I going to do about my eye sagging, or should I get, you know, women are so critical of our looks. We are.
True.
Yeah.
First thing you do when you look at a picture, it's approval.
Yeah.
True.
All right, all girls, look in.
That's right.
No picture goes out without approval.
Yeah, everybody's looking. Like, wait, Dad, I don't look good in that one.
No, look at that. Don't look at that.
My eyes are closed. Right, I got a triple chin. Yeah.
My waddle is
Right.
horrible.
Stupid.
Stop it.
I started doing a grateful journal in the morning where you write 3 things you're grateful for. I gotta tell you, it's a great way to start your day, because instead of looking in the mirror and saying, oh, I look tired, or I have bags, or whatever, you know, you start your day with, I'm thankful for whatever those 3 things. And it can be very simple.
I love that, Denise. That's what I do when I go to bed. I get in bed and I say this, I do the gratitude.
Yeah,
And,
I think it's wonderful.
And then I get up and I've been doing the Serenity Prayer.
Oh, that's great.
That's
really good.
Today's my day 3, my Serenity Prayer, because I have to take my energy seriously, and I feel like I've been letting myself down. I am not like a regular girl. I can't party. I just can't do it. So I have to take care of my energy to stay healthy. So today's my day 3.
Great. Very important.
Casey, you're so quiet over there. Casey, are you there?
I am here.
What are you doing over there? I know we're chatting away.
I'm just writing.
How are you doing over there?
I'm doing great. I'm just writing notes like a fiend over here.
Good. Well, you be that little secretary over there. See how the roles have reversed?
Feels good.
Get me some coffee.
Yeah.
I made him get it before.
So much positive things to say over there. I didn't even want to butt in.
I know, right? Awesome. Casey, I wanted to ask you about your Goddess University experience, how you're doing.
I'm not doing well at all.
I know.
I
That's
know.
why I wanted to ask you, because I feel like I have to totally pick on you.
You better, because I got to get plugged back in. I just fell out of the loop when I went on vacation, and now I'm hard time getting back in.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, I know. It is a little difficult, but where were you? Are you still in the Goddess workshops, or did you move on to something else?
I'm on the Goddess Workshop number 2.
Okay. All right, so it's not too bad.
No, I enjoyed the first one.
Good. And what about the journal? You were doing the journaling. Are you still working on that?
I'm not journaling very well either, but I am doing better with the intention thing in the morning. I really like that. I have a Post-it note on the mirror, setting my intention.
Nice.
So, and I do it like whenever I go, you know, upstairs and I see it, and I set my intention at that point to go, you know, either in the evening, like you talked about, when you go to bed, or even when you get up, or whenever you go in there. So that's been one thing that I've been doing pretty constantly.
That's great.
That is awesome. It's really important to stay kind of in the positive frame, because we can really talk ourselves into.
Oh, it's so easy to go the other way.
It really is, and then have a bad day, and then pass that bad day on to somebody else, because that's the energy tone we can, you know.
That's what happens.
Yeah, just send out.
I find too, listening to books on tape, Audible,
Yeah.
because I'm busy with my hands all the time making jewelry
Yeah.
or cooking. Cooking gives me a lot of joy.
Me too. I love that.
I do, but I listen if I'm listening to something positive because I'm a multitask person, but putting the good in all the time, and I find myself smiling more. I find myself passing my joy on to other people, and that feels good when you see someone. Maybe you pass an old person in the shopping center you've never even seen, or that hasn't even had anybody smile at them for a whole week.
Yeah.
And you smile, and you can see the joy in their eyes.
Well,
It's
I'm
like,
a smiler, yeah. I
yeah.
Do, so I
well, we
smile.
hug.
You're a smiler.
I am a smiler.
Keep smiling.
It's so good.
Yeah, I am. I like
Keep
to smile,
smiling.
especially in the mall, especially when people are like walking in the room and they're all grumpy, and I like to smile at them. See if
By
I
the
can
way,
react.
I heard you on Instagram with June and Judy. I heard the three of you singing,
Oh, God.
and I wasn't invited, and I'm a
Yeah.
little
Yes,
put off
You should definitely be in on that
because that's not
good.
really fair.
It's not good.
It doesn't matter. I was like, what? They're singing without me?
Yeah. You can come and
Bitches.
sing with us anytime. For real. For real. We'll do a video.
Oh my gosh!
It's all about that.
Can I get
video.
dressed up?
You sure?
Oh yeah, you gotta definitely do your hair, girl.
Do my hair. Do my hair.
That's all right.
Love it.
Well, Elvis is in your neighborhood.
Yes,
I don't know who's
he
going to
is.
be in my neighborhood. I told you this morning it was going to be Marilyn, but I could do a Marilyn.
That was
I do have the blonde hair.
Blonde hair.
I could
Oh,
just
you could totally be Marilyn.
yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I could do the happy birthday.
Oh, wow. Yeah, where's this going? What are you channeling? Holy macaroni.
Hey, I'm a vegan. Back off.
Yeah,
Inside joke.
One to that one,
Bah.
It's a good one, though. It's a good punchline.
It's a good one.
She doesn't eat anything with a face.
Hey.
Hey, I don't either.
Yeah, well, we try to you're a vegan too.
No.
The doctors don't want
I don't look at the face while I'm eating it, so I don't consider it a
Exactly.
I'll tell you after we take a break why this is so funny.
Okay, I'm kind of trying to catch on here.
Well, I'm a comedian, so she likes to feed me.
I edge her on. I'm like, ooh,
Perfect.
Yeah.
You do it.
You do it. You do it. Nobody will look at you like you're crazy.
There you go.
do. That's the point.
She's my Mikey. Mikey will do anything.
That's
Do you want these Pop Rocks? No, I'm just kidding.
That's right. I love Pop Rocks. Don't. Because I love that kind of stuff. I love all the old candy.
Pop Rocks.
yeah.
Who didn't like Pop Rocks?
Come on.
They were great.
Best thing.
They sizzled in your mouth.
I
I
know.
can still feel them.
I know, I can hear 'em.
Your whole face is changing.
I know. Happiness.
To happiness. Charleston Chews.
Charleston Chews frozen.
Oh.
Delicious.
I don't even eat candy anymore. Listen to me.
I know, banana
but,
taffy.
You can
Oh.
talk about it. Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mary
Green
Jane's.
apple, Mary Jane.
Mary. Denise, do you want to share your website with people? Because I'd love for them
Sure.
to be able to go and actually just get a view of your jewelry.
Yeah, cool. It's Denise Cox, DenieseCox, designs, and that's plural.com. And my regular line, you'll see I have a nice mix on there right now, and then under my causes are where my bracelets are for different causes.
And you're doing so much on Instagram, which I'm loving. So it's Denise Cox on Instagram?
It's Denise D Cox.
Denise
yeah.
D Cox?
D. Yeah. D is in David.
D.
Yeah.
Denise David Cox. No, Denise D Cox.
D Cox.
Denise. It's like Mary Hartman.
Well, I used to be Denise Digby. No, Denise Dawn Digby. So that was my maiden name. Was Dee Dee. I said to my parents, I'm like, what happened? What was going on? They're like, it was the '60s. Just leave us alone.
Just leave us alone.
That was
Yeah.
like a joke. It was like
Yeah, but it's a true story. That's a
really
scary true story.
you're a product of the
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Flower children.
Yes, I was, and still am.
Yep. Me too. All right, so
And that's it. That's what we have for you guys. So I wanted to tell you a little story because it's freaking hysterical, and Denise will totally love this.
Cool.
So my granddaughter, Maisie, who is 3 now, she's in the middle of the bunch, and she's in the nudist phase of her life. So she goes to preschool and comes home and then strips. It's her new thing. Like Lauren's like, what are you doing? She's just, naked, and then she had this pocketbook wrapped around her. She's just like enjoying the freedom, I guess.
Love it.
And so this is her new thing. She's like FaceTiming me. She's like, I can't get her to put clothes on. I'm like, just leave her be. And I know. And so she puts them to bed the other night, night before last, and the girls sleep together, Riley and Maisie, in the room. And she's like, good night, girls. I love you, my angels. And Maisie says, no angel. And she's like, yes, you're my angel. And she gets really mad. No, I'm Maisie. I girl. No angel. So she's really mad at her mother. So Lauren's like,
Whatever.
just, you got to walk away, because when Maisie gets mad,
It gets big.
poop's flying against the wall. It's just not good. So get out of the room. So she just goes to bed. And so in the morning, Lauren decides to say, try to explain to her that because she loves her, she calls her angel girl. And she says, again, she's really mad. No, I'm Maisie. I'm not angel. She says, my mom's an angel. Oh, I'm my mom. So Lauren was like, she's like, what? So then she made her call me. And she's pissed off. Maisie's on the phone. She said, Mom, I know Angel. I'm Maisie. You Angel. She's like,
so cute.
I know. She's so cute. So she's letting us know right now. I'm not doing.
How old is she?
3.
She's 3.
Wow.
She's 3.
And she's got this chunky little face.
She does. And she calls it chunky little butt. So her little nakedness is cracking me up.
Oh
So
my
cute.
God! My boys used to love to just
It
run naked
cracks
and
me
wild.
up.
I
Yeah.
love it.
It was just
It's so funny,
So
I
right?
let them
adorable.
run wild.
Perfect
Run
age,
wild.
yeah.
As long as you don't pee on the floor.
Yeah, that's right.
And then my son and his wife are out in California. They had a family wedding, and Hadley was in the wedding. She was the flower girl, and she's 2.5. So she was all ready and all prepared. And Hadley can speak. She can have a whole blown-on conversation, like, unbelievable with you. Like, it just will mind blow you.
She is amazing.
She really is. And so Jason, they're so good with her. He's just like, he's like getting down on her level, and he's telling her exactly what she needs to do and how she has to walk down the aisle during the whole, practice. But they didn't have the flowers the day of the practice. She just held the basket. So she didn't understand that she had to, like, drop the petals as she walked. So she was going down the aisle during the wedding, and Jason said, don't forget about the flowers. So she stopped midway, took all of the flower petals out, and then continued. I cannot wait to see that video.
That's great.
That's hilarious.
I know.
You know what?
That's adorable.
Kids, some of the best videos in the world are watching children
I know.
do things like that.
Yes.
It does bring me such joy.
Yeah.
And you giggle like crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they take
Adorable.
things so literally.
But yeah.
So
you,
true.
You have to. I mean, you
They
can
are,
explain
though.
something, but what you say to a kid, they take it literally.
They
from
do.
you. Like
Right.
you have to take that flower and do this with. They take it totally different.
And she did. She took it literal. Got to put them all here. Empty my basket.
Empty
No,
the basket.
don't spread
Oh,
them out.
and that's Maisie. I'm not an angel. I'm angel.
Oh yeah, she.
End of story. And no even like messing with
I
that.
love it. See, and that's why I have to come to Casey's defense when it comes to you. Don't have to turn the.
I'll turn it a little bit. I'll share it with you.
You have to understand. He did a solid 2.5, 3 weeks with his grandson. So there was not a lot of room for anything else
Yeah.
when it comes to a 2-year-old. So especially when the grandfather doesn't see him for a long period of
Yeah.
time, and it's all about spoiling the heck out of him. So
It is.
I love
and then
it.
leaving.
Yeah, then you get to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Well, see you.
see
Bye.
Yeah, and you're like happy to go, but then you miss them within
course.
hours, within
I know.
well, maybe a day.
I miss them. I don't
Yeah.
see mine enough.
Yeah.
Totally. But you know what? It's hard. You know what? Doing it again is like exhausting. I couldn't even imagine having a 2-year-old right now.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
You know, you get them, for a whole day or, a week or something, and you're like, oh my Lord.
Well, Lauren lived here, when she was pregnant with her first, because her husband was in Marines, he was in Afghanistan. So she lives. We said, just move back in with us so I can help you. And so that's what we did. And it was a good thing because she did go into premature labor and I was able to help her. And then after she had a section, I was able to, be in the room when she had the section.
Yeah.
I held the computer, and my son-in-law got to watch from Afghanistan
My
the surgery.
favorite video.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
it was
well, I
really-
passed out. Thank God.
It was really unbelievable.
Beautiful. It was beautiful. It really was.
It was beautiful because the doctors were crying, the anesthesiologist, she was crying. She's like, "This is the best delivery I've ever witnessed." And
I cried looking at the video or the pictures.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing.
Wow.
I wasn't there.
I mean, he didn't see anything
watched
gross.
it.
It was
No.
beautiful.
Right,
It was because
right.
he got this. I had the computer right next to her head, and he could talk to her, and they witnessed it together. Thousands of
Did
miles
she do
away.
all natural? Did she
No,
go?
she had a
Did
section.
she-
And did
Emergency.
she have the epidural and such?
No, I don't even know. I can't remember. Maybe it was the
Yeah,
epidural.
you gotta have that.
I don't remember. Yeah, she must have the
Something.
epidural because she was awake. Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, she did. So I'm like, what? Yes, she did.
Funny story. Well, not really funny. My first delivery, they put the epidural in, and I had to have a C-section, and they didn't turn it up, and I felt everything.
Oh my goodness.
That's a really freaking hysterical. No, that's not funny at all.
Yeah, no,
It's like a
yeah, I
horror.
read hysterical. I can tell you
Wow.
this, but
Bet you
know,
did.
the second one, when Jacob was born, of course, I didn't fully dilate as that time either. But Casey went in and said, "You're knocking her out this time.
Yeah.
She won't do it," because I would have gone hysterical. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh my
not again. No,
Oh,
no,
the fear
knock
of
me out.
the fear of knowing what
Just
could happen again.
wake me up when
no,
it's over.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
Just thanks. Just knock me out.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Do what you got to do and wake me up.
Ah.
Right.
They were still trying to wake me up, like about a half an hour later. Not like a lie. He was big.
He was big.
He was huge. He was 9'7".
That is a big
And then
baby.
they put him in with the preemies.
That's hysterical.
You should have
Shut
seen.
up.
They're wheeling me past,
Oh,
right? And I'm
my
like,
gosh.
we had to put him in with the preemies. There was no room, and I looked down. I'm like, oh my.
See more
God,
myths.
baby Huey. He was huge.
9'7".
Like-
Especially next to a preemie. I mean, they're like, what, a couple pounds?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
like ounces.
Yeah. Some of
Yeah.
them, yeah.
Yeah, it looked hilarious.
Wow.
I wish they would have gotten a picture of
The
that.
best I ever looked leaving the hospital was with a foster baby.
I like that.
I remember-
That is a good one.
I went up to the NICU. This baby was in the NICU, and he had been born premature and addicted to alcohol and cocaine.
Oh, gosh.
But of course, we didn't have all the complete details. And his mom had given birth and left, so there was nobody to claim
Goodness.
him. So that's how he ended up in foster care. So I went and picked him up had my little car seat, and I had another foster child at the same time, and she was 7, so she needed to go for a procedure that day. So
Oh, my
it was like it was a huge day. So the 7-year-old had to go for a procedure because she had been sexually abused, and so I brought her, and they were going to put her, sleep so she could do that procedure because it was trauma for her.
Yeah.
And then the social worker was going to bring her home. So I went and picked up the baby with my little, car seat, and I was like, I look awesome.
Yeah.
After giving
I'm sure
birth
you
4
look
times,
awesome every
I was
time.
like,
Pretty
I'm pretty sure you look awesome every time.
And you know what? Thank God for you to do something like that. It takes a very special person, Jeannie Street, to foster children, and it
Yes,
really
it
does.
does.
To bring
I think
other
it's
children.
not as difficult as what people think. Well, I don't know. For me, it was just like a no-brainer. I don't know why. Why not? If you have 4 kids, should you not do foster care and take some more babies? And what the heck? Why not?
Why not?
Hey, what's another?
I have a Suburban. I could fit them all.
Fit them all
right?
in there. Oh, that's
Precisely.
great.
And have a Suburban. We'll travel.
Yeah.
You had a lot of them, didn't you?
I did. We had 14 different
Wow,
different
that's
kids
amazing.
in like a 6-year period, and I took a year off
Wow.
in between. I took a year off after Sal. I don't know if you remember baby Sal, but he was the one we wanted to we wanted to adopt him. We really did. And I didn't go in it to adopt. I already had my children, and I
Right.
just wanted to help people my goal was to just be there for be the light for somebody else that needed help.
Right.
You know, because we all get in trouble. We all make mistakes. So I just wanted to give those parents, you know,
Sure.
a safe haven. Like, I'll keep your kid. You get well.
Figure it out. Right.
And
and then when you get well, you can have them back.
right. And of course, that wasn't up to me. That wasn't my decision. That's
Sure.
how the system works.
Yeah.
So this little boy came to us kind of in a crazy way. My girlfriend, who I met through foster care, she had him and loved him.
Oh.
And her and her husband had a awful divorce, and he had been cheating on her. It was like this really tragic story. He was like behind the scenes, and you know, he had just like this whole other personality going on.
Oh.
So she had to get out of Dodge, and she had to go live with family away. And she called me up and she said, I need to leave. I need you to take the baby.
Wow.
You know, I'm kind of in danger. Not that he was physically abusive to her, but like, you know, emotionally damaging to her. So the, you know, foster care people said yes, DCF said yes, and we transferred him, and I fell in love immediately. And I was like, I have to keep him. Like, he was up for adoption. And so we put our names in, and they said, well, he can't stay with you definite. We have to do this whole way of how we work. So they take files of people that want to adopt, because we weren't one of those ever files that wanted to adopt. So they go through those files, and they choose a family that has maybe a similar background as the child. Like, so he had an Italian name, so they went with an Italian family. So they picked this family, and this family actually came to visit, and they had 2 children, and it was kind of awkward, you know, them coming to the house, and I just gave them all the information about Sal and what he was like, and what he liked, what he didn't like, and, you know, whatnot. Well, anyways, lo and behold, they took the baby, adopted him, and we would check in once in a while. So I checked in with her to see how everything was going, how he was transitioning, and she was like hysterical on the phone, hysterical. And I was like, you know, what's going on?
Right.
And she was so beside herself, and I started to get worried. I thought there was something completely wrong, and I said, where's the baby? And she changed his name, by the way. That was the other really weird thing.
Wow.
He was 1 year old, and he went by the name Sal, and they changed his name. And so I was like, it's not a puppy. It's like so bizarre. So anyways, where's the baby? And she keeps going, and she's keeping hysterical. Finally, I'm like, where's the baby? And she said, I gave him back. Ooh. I said, excuse me?
Oh my God.
You gave him back? Who did you give him to? And she gave me the name of the caseworker, and I got off the phone with her.
Wow.
I picked up the phone, I called that caseworker, and I said, what have you done?
Poor thing.
What have you done to this child? Like, we have to get him back here. Like, well, you have totally ruined him. Like, do you have any idea? Like, and I'm not a therapist or anything,
No,
but the damage that you do to a child like that, moving him from home to home,
no way.
where he was loved and whatever. So I knew the foster mom. I knew the other foster mom where they placed him. I called her and I said, they've given me permission to come get him. She goes, I wanted to call you. I knew they wouldn't let me. They told me to stay out of it.
Wow.
She said, he's not eating. He's not socializing. He's not looking at anybody in the eyes. She said he can't make eye contact. So I said, well, I'm on my way. So I went to Danbury, picked him up, and he was like this shell of himself.
Yeah. Of course. Oh.
And it took him a few days, and I just kept rocking him and kept, singing to him, and just all the regular things that he had, all the toys and the kids, and finally he just started to be himself again.
Wow. Wow.
And then they started the proceedings again and said, we're moving him. And I thought, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
That was the last one you had?
I took a break after that. I took about a year off.
Wow.
When they moved him, I thought, this is inhumane. And how can we...
It's a very frustrating system.
Yeah, it is.
It is, because there's really nobody in charge.
Right.
And these caseworkers, they do try so hard, and I can't imagine being a caseworker, because it has to suck.
How many children do they have in their cases?
So many.
150 to 200 kids per caseload.
Per case.
I mean, per person.
Right.
Goodness.
That is a lot of children to deal with.
And then the foster parents themselves, that's a whole nother story. There's not great ones out there. There are really good ones, and then there are those people that are not.
They want
great.
the money for the
That's
kids.
right.
And I never understood that, because really, it's barely enough to pay. You don't make any money. It's not enough to pay for their food and diapers and everything.
Barely.
It really isn't.
Just to survive. Sure.
So I don't understand why anybody would say it's for the money, because there's just barely enough to keep that child.
Right. And I don't understand either, but that's why it's abusive when some of these, kids go to some of these parents, because they don't give a crap.
So when we decided to step back in after taking that year off, we took a couple more kids, and then I was like, I got a phone call. We had one kid, and I had his sister a few years earlier, and they said, her parental rights had been terminated. She was adopted out, and he's going to be terminated. He's up for adoption. You can have him. And I said, I don't want him. I wanted Sal.
Right.
I don't want this baby. And, baby, because they have personalities, too.
Personalities and a connection.
I didn't do it because I wanted a baby.
Right. I know.
I did it because I love this kid.
Right. You did it because you wanted to save this
It's like having a friend. You're not going to just be friends with anybody. You're going to have a friend. You're going to let them in your life because you like them, because you trust them,
That's
not because...
Yeah, it's not like
because they're available. Oh,
Right.
I don't have any friends right now. Can I be yours?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work like that. That's right.
Get a Cabbage Patch Kid. You know what I mean? It's plenty, to do other than that. But, kids are big responsibilities. And, on that note, you were talking about, teen suicide.
Yeah.
That very thing, starting out in such a rough way for a kid and growing up, that is such a hard thing, and that's a part of teen suicide.
Absolutely.
And all the things that have been going on in the schools with the guns and so on and so forth, and kids that are snapping. They're absolutely snapping.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it.
Absolutely,
because
we are.
Because hate breeds hate.
Right.
Right? Hate breeds hate. If we just keep staying in that level and keep sharing our hate, and we're it's not the kids' fault, it's adults' fault, because we teach them how to be. We teach them how to spend their time. We teach them how to speak to other people, how to think about themselves. And if we're talking trash to ourselves, if we're talking trash about another person,
that all translates to your kids.
Look at politics. Look at every single time there's an election.
Right.
That's the biggest bullying party of all. And then we want to know how our kids are getting to be bullies. I'm not sure. Are they growing up to be politicians?
Right.
Yeah, probably. Right. So you have to find line. I
also think that the levels of anxiety, in the whole circle of suicide, I've been learning a lot. There's the anxiety, and if the anxiety doesn't get dealt with, it turns into depression. The depression doesn't get dealt with, it turns into a suicidal thought. So it's a vicious circle.
Or anger.
Anger.
It can go any way. They can go either within themselves, or they can go out of themselves and be angry towards other people.
Right.
So, it's powerful. I mean, it's important for us to make sure that our kids are safe, and I think that
not only
we haven't been doing it.
I think it's important to tell your children that it's positive. Like, you have to tell them the good. Like, you have to be truthful. You have to let them know how they're loved and why they're loved, and why they're valued as a human. And when you see somebody struggling, you have to reach out and say, I love you, and give them that attention. Give them a little bit of love, and it's uncomfortable.
Of course it is.
It's not about judging and getting in people's business. It's about just sharing love.
Yeah. I've learned that a lot about that in terms of, like, it's like the elephant in the room, they call it, where you don't want to say something because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. You don't want to bring it up. But at the same time, if you don't say anything at all, that's actually almost worse, because then the person, I've had it happen personally, and that happens, you leave thinking, don't they even care?
Right.
And children, when they experience it, they don't know how to process it. Right. Like, as an adult, took me a little bit of time to figure it out. Nobody wanted to hurt my feelings. Nobody wanted to, say something uncomfortable. So they didn't say anything at all. Right. Well, you know what? That's not okay either, and I think if you can learn that and just say, hey, I'm thinking about you, or I'm here for you, gentle hug, or you don't have to get in people's business. You don't, but but I think there's a lot of that lacking, a lot of empathy in the world.
Empathy.
Yeah.
Perfect word.
Yeah.
Empathy is missing.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
And then people end up feeling alone. They feel like they don't have anybody to turn to, or and then there you go with the anxiety and the anger,
and
the
especially
depression.
with the kids. I mean, these kids do not. There's so much going on. I mean, with the internet and there's so much
coming at you
coming
all the
at
time.
White noise. That's what we call that.
Seriously,
White
I
noise.
mean,
Oh my
we
gosh.
didn't have that
How do
growing
you
up.
focus on?
We didn't have the internet or any of that.
Mm-hmm.
We were told to be in before the the lights went out. When the street light went out, you were supposed to be in the house.
That's right. Yeah.
Our world was outside.
Yeah. So
These kids' worlds are right in the web.
And I don't think I think there's a lot of value in the web. I think that there's a lot you can learn on a positive note. However, I think it should be limited. And I think that, talking
we
about
as adults need to limit ourselves.
Absolutely.
Because if we can't teach our children to be a certain way if we're not following those same rules.
That's right.
If we're not taking a break, if we're not having family dinner, if we're not putting family first, then how are we going to teach them to put those things first
Certainly
and have value?
Yeah.
And how are we going to teach them to have conversations if all we do is text, if we only communicate through social media?
That's right.
Right.
Well, I've already said this, and this is going to be a class that'll be probably instituted into every school system going, and it'll be social interaction.
Right.
How bad is that? But you're right.
Back, and hello, how to look people in the eye and shake a hand, and that's what's going to happen.
We used to make our kids, like if we ordered pizza or Chinese food, we would make them call an order, and even if they hated it, like, no, I can't talk to people on the phone, we'd be like, no.
Sorry.
We'd make them call because, you have to learn to speak to people. You need to have a conversation. You need to look somebody in the eye and be in their focus.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you what, I know your daughter has been bullied, and my daughter went through bullying too. And when we finally moved her out of the situation and brought her to private school, she sat down with the superintendent, or whatever he was, of admissions, and they interviewed the kids, and she had this conversation, and he came out and he said that was probably one of the most impressive interviews I've ever had with a potential student.
Wow.
He said she made eye contact, she spoke very openly and very freely about what she has been through.
Wow.
And she articulated it very well.
Incredible.
And so because we made her call and order Chinese food.
No, it's those little things.
That's a funny story. And it depends on what Chinese place you call, because we had our son Jacob call to order Chinese food one time, and the woman didn't understand what Jacob was saying, so she got irate with him. She started yelling.
Oh my God!
Hilarious. Okay.
Talk about punching the kids self-esteem down, right?
I was like, give me that phone. All right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, you can order pizza next time.
Right.
Nice. Oh, Lord. Yep. So, yeah.
But it's true. We had an employee recently couldn't put a stamp on an envelope, didn't know where the return address, and that, like, wow. Like simple things.
They don't know how to write a check.
Right.
And if they look at a regular clock,
you can't
on a digital clock, they can't tell a fake clock.
What's happening? We're digital.
What
right?
is happening?
Yeah. Nobody pays with money. Nobody uses cash.
Soon it's going to be cashless society.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, me either.
And I'm a
pennies. It takes more to make a penny.
I'm a check writer. I'm a cash.
Yeah.
It's energy.
Something about that. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Money is dirty.
It is, but it's also like
so
you earn it.
We hang out with you. I totally love you.
Good answer. That was perfect.
What happens when you don't let me sing with the girl band?
Girl band, Josie and the Pussycat.
The kitty cat.
That's
hilarious.
You're on the drum.
I'm on the drum?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
awesome, the drum.
Drums are great, yeah.
All right.
Guitar.
This is fantastic. You want to be a guitar player?
I don't know.
I wish I could
guess
sing.
It's all about that bass.
I can't sing. That's what the joke is.
I know.
You're not the only one.
I'm so sorry. What did you what just happened?
Jeannie
Did she just diss me?
Yeah.
All right. It's agreed.
I
All
think
right.
he was agreeing with her that she couldn't.
I
sing
can't.
it, so.
That's right.
Yeah.
I can't sing for. Wow.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Jeannie wants to get voice lessons.
Well, see, like, because when I was little, I would sing I just have always had this singing thing.
Yeah.
I don't know
You
why.
like to sing.
Because it makes me, you know what it is? When I was a kid, I was in choir.
Yep.
And when I was in choir, that was probably one of the
Happy
purest
time.
times that I was close to God. Because when I sing, it would connect me easily.
Sure.
It was one of those connection things.
Definitely.
So that's always how it is. Like when I listen to music or when I'm humming, that I can be in that veil. I can be very, like, because I'm letting go and I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And it
that's
doesn't
cool.
matter that I'm not good because God doesn't care that I can't
I
carry
know.
a tune.
He forgives
doesn't
anyway.
realize
God
the
doesn't
glass
care.
starts breaking around her and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
God thinks I'm freaking awesome.
Okay, what you think?
we're gonna get told by Casey.
I know.
Great.
I said freaking. I did not swear.
No, I'm just saying. You know, I hope he's thinking. Hey, Jeannie, how can they get your book?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you just asked me.
Mhm.
So I just kind of revamped a little bit of my website. So it's pretty easy. You can go right to the website to order the book. And if you buy it, you can get it on Amazon. So there's a link right on my website, brings you to Amazon. You go back to my website and you put in your code, your receipt number.
Yes.
And you can get all the gifts. So there's a meditation. You get a free chapter of the journal as well. So there's all this good stuff that will help you to stay on a journey of self-discovery
Right.
and healing.
Great.
So
Yeah.
don't forget to.
GenieStreet.com. Check it out. Be there. And if you want to get clarity in your life, if you want to, find out what the angels have to say and the things that you can do to move in your alignment and to really live the best life, you can book an appointment right on my website. And the cool thing is I have a 15-minute Ignite session, which is, a free call, just a conversation to see if we'd be a match, if we could work together. If you're hesitating and you're unsure of what you'd get out of it, you can choose that option.
I love it.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
there's 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or the 15 for, complimentary.
Cool.
Yeah.
Call Genie Street now.
Let me give you my nutritional tip before we say goodbye. And can you believe no callers tonight? This is because
That's
it's
what,
such a
but
good
I
conversation.
enjoyed the conversation that we had. And I think
Good
people
conversation.
enjoyed
We had a
it,
good
too.
conversation.
Really important.
Ow, I just
Yeah.
pinched my finger with that.
Ow.
Ow.
You're awake.
I'm a tease wag.
You're awake.
All right, so the tea tonight.
Okay, so what's in the tea?
The tea is, it has, the main ingredient is dragon fruit. And dragon fruit, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's really beautiful. Pull it up online. There's actually,
Hold on, I'll put a piece.
it's an exotic fruit. And so there's like 3 different types of dragon fruit. One is red skin with the red flesh. That's what I used today. There's a red-skinned dragon fruit with white flesh, and a yellow one that has white flesh.
Okay.
So they're really, they actually have little tiny black seeds in them. So you have to be careful if you have diverticulitis. But if you have like irritable bowel or constipation, really amazing because it kind of heals constipation because it's high in fiber. It kind of has like a texture of a kiwi. It will help prevent cancer, age and weight loss, improves digestion, lowers cholesterol, boosts immune, helps with heart and cholesterol. It will actually work to help your gut with bacteria. So if you're having issues with bacteria or even a fungi like, even like a yeast overgrowth, it will help you with that. High in vitamin C, high in B1, B2, and it's great for, like I said, preventing the constipation and irritable bowel. So my tea tonight was, I actually pureed the dragon fruit, and once it was pureed, I strained it to get all the seeds out so KJ could have it because she has diverticulitis. Then I added in my teapot with, I have a steeper, I added some goji berries because goji berries are heart healthy, antioxidant as well, and they're red. And I added some acai powder. I'm saying that right? Acai, right?
Acai.
Acai.
The AC.
Yeah.
Achi. I don't know. I've heard
Achi powder, acai powder.
so many different ways.
Basically, that's another really high antioxidant. Again, that red, that deep color.
Mm-hmm.
And I steeped it with some lemon, and that's simple,
Wow.
right?
It's
So-
really delicious.
I am saving your lives tonight.
All right.
Thank
And
you.
I love you
That's-
for it
Yeah, I
over
love
and
you
over
for it,
again,
too.
Jeannie.
Thank you.
So,
Saved my life.
just before we
Jeannie,
go, 'cause I just want to say one
save
thing.
You can.
Okay, just before we go, I just wanted to tell you about the teen suicide project we're working on.
Perfect, yes.
It is May 4th. We're having a meeting together, masterminds, just to figure out who wants to help us promote it or get it out there. It's called Shred Teen Suicide. It will be based in New Jersey, but we're going to bring up programs to Connecticut and anywhere else that if you know somebody in Virginia and you want, the schools to be, we can move this program along. Spirituality is the name of the organization. That's my girlfriend that owns this amazing women's center down in Flemington, New Jersey. And S as in Sam, PTSUSA.org is the suicide.
You can send me this so I can post it on
we'll
Angels Don't
post
Lie.
it. Yeah, we'll post it. I just want to give them credit and introduce them. And they're an amazing people, amazing organization. We're going to be doing a lot of really, really great stuff. So, and Jeannie has offered to come down and actually speak. So
I'm really excited about it too.
yeah, we're going to have a pop-up choir on Friday night, and they learn the song in 45 minutes. It's professionally, we could even stream it on Angels, on your site and everything. So there's a lot of really exciting stuff happening with it. So just stay tuned, and we'll be happy to share. And thank you so much.
Yeah, and that's going to be a really powerful, life-changing event.
Yeah, it is.
Can
Yeah.
you just give me your site one more time to get
Sure.
your jewelry?
It's
so I can see it?
Denise, DENISE, Cox, COX, Designs, that's plural.com.
Okay.
I just want to give a quick shout out to our Angels Don't Lie group, and to the people that were watching our video earlier. We have Jen Eith, we have Kathy Thomas,
Mike.
my sister-in-law Cheryl DeLong, Mary Di Benedetto, Valerie. Hey, Valerie's on there. Maureen, Kathy Slink, Mike and Kathy Gonzalez, Susan Barrett, Samantha Thomas, Maureen. I said Maureen. Rachel Williams. Hi, Rachel. And
Did you say Trish?
did I say Trish? Nope. Hi, Trish.
Trish is there.
Kim Harrington, Kevin, my lucky girl.
What's up there, Kevin?
What's up? And if I missed you, I send you my love, and I love you guys. I do, and I don't care who knows it. So, I have a great show next week, too, which I'm really excited. I just hung up the phone before the show with a really incredible woman, Carmel. She's going to be hosting a retreat weekend in Spirit, which she actually does retreats all over the world, and she has an Italy retreat for women, empowerment.
Cool.
I know you're going to love her. Wait till you meet her. I know.
Yeah.
You're going to adore her. So she has a specialty around helping you get really into your niche and really comfortable with it, and using everything that God's given you to
So
shine.
you're going to have a
brightly.
weekend for this?
So this it's coming up in April.
The weekend.
It's April, and it's on my website, so you can look at it. But I'm going to tell you because she's only taking 20 people.
Oh.
So it is the 27th and 28th. So Friday night is actually a free event. You can come, socialize. She's got music and, just kind of, finding out what she's about, in case you're wondering. That's something that you can do for free. And then the Saturday starts in the morning and runs all day. And I would, totally recommend I'm gonna do it if you want to come.
Great. Oh, that'd be great.
And you know what, guys? Just so you know, I have 2 great events on the calendar for In Spirit. One is called Ignite and Empower Session, and this is going to be where you can come to the studio. It's an hour and a half program, and or it's a 2-hour program. I can't remember, but basically it's only $30, $29.97. But we're going to talk all about one topic, and the first topic is going to be about empaths and highly sensitive soul. Wow. So you can sign up on my website, jeanniestreet.com, or on InSpiritHealingStudio.com. Also, I have one other one, which will be on the 26th at night, and that one is going to be Conversations with Heaven, and that's free. It's a complimentary event, so I'm going to just have nice conversations.
We're going to be broadcasting that, right? Are we going to be taping that?
We can be taping that, yeah, absolutely. So I'd love for you guys to sign up, and I'm trying to make some great events that you can come to, and we can connect, right?
That's exciting.
We can connect, so we can start transforming, your life and really working on, growing what you want to do. So, bam, that's what I have to say. It's 8:02, and this has been a great show. Thank you, Denise.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us.
An honor. Thank you.
And so DeniseCoxDesigns.com is where you're going to find her.
And there's a couple pieces on there. The signature pieces I put on for 25% off. So
there's a sale for you guys.
Wow, fantastic.
And we're gonna share those other pictures, and you can post right to Angels Don't Lie when you go home.
Okay.
You can share the pictures of the bracelets so they can.
I will.
And I think that would be perfect.
I put mine up.
Where they can get them and where the link is. There's other bracelets that you do for other causes that are local in New Milford. Like Joe Salon carries the Purpose bracelet for the Women's Center.
I just did one for hospice. We're working on a program for that.
And that's not available yet, though.
It is. Well, it's not quite. We're just fine-tuning that, but that'll be available very soon.
Okay.
And lung cancer, breast cancer. I just did a huge one for opioids. It's going to be equally. We can do another show on that one. That's a big one.
Absolutely.
So, that organization's out in L.A., New York, and
actually, Colorado. I have some listeners. I have a dear friend who's a client, and she would really like some information on that. So. That opiates program, I'm sure.
These people are on fire.
What is the name of the program? She may know it or not, but we'll just
I don't
broadcast it.
Let me see. Let me look it up really quick.
You know what? We'll put it in Angels Don't Lie. Put it in Angels Don't Lie.
It's fantastic. It's called hope.drugfree.org. And that's their website. And we've just united. There's the bracelet. It's gorgeous. It's
beautiful.
Yeah, it's amethyst and red coral.
That's gorgeous.
With clear crystal. So it's about purpose.
That's what this jewelry is. That is what my friend is. It's about being a philanthropist, which is sharing your wealth with the world. And, guys, this is what we do. This is what we can do to,
empower each other.
Yeah, and to shine their light and to be the love. So I invite you to be the love where you can be it this week. Shine it on. Tell somebody that you love them. Share a smile. And I know what I know, because angels don't lie. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you next time right here on KBJB Radio.